Hey, sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes. Here with my man, Level Up Sports 10, Mossberg. How you
How's
doing this
everybody
morning,
doing?
bro?
Pretty good, pretty good. Appreciate you having me, man. Another college football Saturday.
Yes, sir. Another college football Saturday. Man, that game last night, bro. Wow. That was incredible, man. That
It
was
was it was
incredible.
definitely a great one. It fit the billing for sure.
Yeah, I see Parlay Poe trying to come in. He got some
Break
kind of
you, man.
connection issues too, so hopefully he can get in. We had some technical difficulties this morning. That's why we was a little bit late coming in. What's going on, Parlay Poe?
Parlay
Man,
Poe.
what's going down?
Oh,
Down here in Cincinnati,
okay.
trying to. I was trying to take my daughter to Kings Island. Look like we getting rained out.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You already got tickets?
Nah, me and my other daughter were just coming out here, taking her to the Cincinnati. So now we're gonna go to this place with virtual reality. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they got an aquarium
so
right
what's going
across the
on?
bridge. Oh, not much, not much. You watched
Yeah,
that game last night?
yeah. I watched some of it 'cause we was on the road to here. I watched some of it. I thought VT won.
Man.
It sure looked like it.
I
It
thought
was
Virginia Tech
definitely
won, man. Boom. Look up this morning, seen the score, and I'm like, whoa.
it seemed like keeping Miami undefeated. We was just saying was a bigger thing than Virginia Tech catching that touchdown pass. It was man, that was a great game for sure. Definitely a great game.
See, I didn't even get to see the last ending of it. I didn't get to see none of that.
I would like for
From what y'all saw, what did y'all think about Miami's offensive and defensive lines, man? What y'all think about that?
I think Virginia Tech definitely, as we've been seeing these last few weeks, Kentucky exposed Georgia, and I think Virginia Tech did the same thing to Miami. They was able to run the ball easily. I felt most of the game on Miami, and the offense and defensive line on Miami side did not look as good as advertised, not one bit.
I thought the same thing, and I'm like, dude, if you're going to make it to that 12-team college football playoff, your offensive and your defensive line got to be able to handle some things. If not, you in trouble.
Definitely,
Yeah,
and it's a big factor. I think you got like when it's crazy because thinking of the last few weeks and how offensive defensive lines played, seeing how Michigan's offensive defensive line performed, seeing how Ohio State's offensive defensive line performed, minus the Williams side of Ohio State, and I think Michigan had somebody out as well. Just seeing how the Big Ten, how their offense and defensive lines play, some of these opposing teams in these different conferences is starting to look a little shaky when it comes to that long run for that 12-man playoff. And, the longevity of your players being able to sustain through a season. And when you're moving them players around, I think that's going to be a key from here on out through the season. I think everybody should take notice. You got to get these players in. You got to start shuffling them, moving around so that everybody get that experience and being out there to where you don't have those issues because stamina, all of those things are starting to play a big part early in this season, I'm noticing.
Yeah, and you'll think you watching those games and you'll see those teams and they hanging in that first half, and then when the second half come, you see that Big Ten or that SEC team just go ahead and start mutilating those teams, man, because
Yeah,
in the trenches they ain't got nothing coming in the trenches against those teams, man.
not
And
at
that's
all.
what I saw last night. But that Cam Ward, he's my Heisman Trophy winner, bro.
He got his.
He's special, ain't he?
Yeah, he got his play last night. He got that Heisman play. Sure. How's it going, Miss Toya Mitchell?
How you doing, Tanya Mitchell? How you? You good?
It's crazy. Like when he came out for that play, I thought he was when he eluded the first sack and then he slid almost out of the second one, and he flipped that ball.
To that tight
I'm like,
end.
that's your Heisman play right there. That's the Heisman play that, that put me and having him the same way as you felt with the front runner so far this year.
Yeah.
He was throwing that thing though, for real.
Yeah, definitely was.
He was throwing that. Without saying, he was throwing. And then they got some Virginia Tech, man. That game was emotional for them because everybody thought they ain't have a chance.
Yeah.
Since the loss to Vandy, he was like, man, this is about to be blowout city.
I think
they came in there. They was emotional, man. They played. They played, man. If they would have started off like this beginning of the season, we would have said something. But that loss to Vandy gave them no chance, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They lost to Rutgers too.
Huh?
I think they lost to Rutgers too.
Yep, you're right. I was pulling up their schedule. Yep, they lost to Rutgers too.
You can't lose those two games and think you're going to get no respect from those of us who watch football.
Right. Definitely.
Paul, what you think about that Georgia-Alabama game today?
I can't wait to see that. Man, everybody talking about Carson Beck. I'm talking about it's Milroe time.
Yeah, it's Milroe time.
If Milroe come out with a great showing, whatever, he gonna be the he gonna be the front runner. I'm talking about SEC. They do this. Like whoever come out with this game doing real good, they gonna be the front runner. Don't let Carson Beck win.
They're gonna be talking him all.
I don't care what nobody say. Since your boy got hurt, Carson Beck, if he win, he's straight gonna be the front runner.
Yeah, because he's gonna have the best win for sure.
Then I feel the same way with you, Parlay Poe. If Milroe come out and it's Alabama. If he have a good game, it's against Georgia, SEC showdown. They definitely gonna put him at the front runner. And especially if they don't show struggles in the way Miami did. Even though Cam Moore had a great game, I noticed he had 2 interceptions and a fumble. So they gonna always hold something like that against him and then bring it up, ACC, SEC. But I think I had Alabama winning. Winning. I still have them winning. And I think that freshman for Alabama, I think Williams is about to come out and have a coming out party today. Because I don't think Georgia's secondary could keep up with his speed.
Dude different, man.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, man, as we seen in Travis Hunter. Nothing against Smith or any other freshman. I've been watching Williams, man, to be 17 years old and to playing games the way he have. You can't ask for nothing else from a 17-year-old kid. That should be in high school still this year.
Right. That reclass. He reclassed himself.
Yeah.
Thank you, LaTanya. Thank you so much. We're trying to do the best we can. That's for sure.
Appreciate it.
We're doing a great job, an amazing job, and it's very informational. What do you think about that Colorado UCF game, Paul?
Man.
See, UCF ain't the same UCF, but if Shador come out, it's always gonna be their line, man. It's always gonna be their line. And then they got him dropping back too far. And when they know their line shaky, he do long plays, man. If you watch him, he do long plays. He try to do the play fake, and then he try to throw it all the way downfield. If they can just cut him off to get Travis Hunter or Horn, just them little 5 or 6 yard plays, he'll look way better, man. But they, UCF gonna come after him though.
Yeah, they're gonna come after him.
They fast, man. I seen them. They fast.
Yeah. Do you think because of their offensive line woes, they don't throw more screens?
Yeah. I think they should though.
I think they should too, because they got talent at the wide receiver position to throw more screens, man.
Get rid of that football fast. I think that'll open up that offense. I noticed a couple teams going to that spread type style where they do get rid of it fast and get them screens out there. I think that could actually take their offense to a different level and give them times where they can run the ball in a successful way and manage through portions of the game. And like you said, the receiving core is just deadly in itself, to where only way you're going to find out even more is if you do those things. And I think that'll actually be more of a good thing for them, moving forward. In this game today especially, I got them winning. It's a big 63.5, just looking at everything. I think it's going to be a showdown. I definitely got Colorado coming out on top. I think this might be a game where they offensive line do step up and they throw a couple passes that's fast. That's something we always been watching throughout the season with Colorado as well, just seeing how that offensive defensive line improve itself as well.
Yeah, I think that's why they don't run a whole lot of RPOs as well, because their line isn't good at all, and they don't want to get Shedeur Sanders taking more hits than he already took. He holds the ball a little bit too long too, man.
I agree.
Trying to make a play. I mean, sometimes you just got to throw that thing away, man, and get that next play in, and hopefully it's a good play.
Right. Sure do.
Because he holds that ball too long to be taking that abuse he taking. Yeah. All right, well, let's get into what we think this 12-team college football playoff will look like. We got some movement up top from 7 to 12. We got some new movement, and we also got a new team that has actually joined that top 12. And that new team is Boise State at number 12.
Ooh.
So they finally move out Northern Illinois. Hey, Poe, y'all right on the edge of that thing, man.
They right there.
It's right on the edge.
We got some work though, man.
Yeah.
We got work.
So let me ask you this real quick, Poe. Is Will Johnson, is he banged up, or he just got a little nick?
He banged up. If he don't play, he might not play today.
Who y'all got today?
Minnesota.
Ooh. Well, I mean,
yeah, he might not play today. And we playing in the big house, and plus it's nasty out. Will might not play. Yeah, Will might not play today.
Check on that.
Well, I think the weather definitely has advantaged Michigan though, because they want to do what they want to do. That's run the ball.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? We run that thing today.
Yeah, no passes at all.
Yeah, we run that thing today, no doubt.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets back healthy, man, because right now I think he's the Thorpe Award winner right now, man. You can't get 2 pick sixes. And everybody else, I mean, this one kid got 4 interceptions, but he played for Cal. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, did you play for Cal? You ain't getting this award, and Michigan is playing against powerhouse teams, and this dude got 2 pick sixes.
Right.
And they weren't no short pick sixes either. They were long pick sixes.
Yeah. Dude can play, man. I like Will. Will can play.
Like it. Definitely like it.
Definitely a top 5 pick in the NFL draft for sure.
Indeed.
Next up, we got number 11, Missouri. Missouri moved from number 9, and they fell back to number 11 because of their lackluster showing last week. Even though they got the win, it was a lackluster showing, so they fall back to number 11. Penn State moves up from 11 to number 10. Oregon moves up from number 10 to number 9. Ole Miss falls back from number 7 to number 8.
Wow.
Yeah. Tennessee moves from number 8 to number 7. That's probably why, because Tennessee's win over Oklahoma was better than that win Ole Miss got last week. So they just flip-flop places. Number 6, we still got Alabama. Number 5, we still got Georgia. Number 4, we still got Utah. Number 3, we still got Miami. Number 2, we got the Ohio State Buckeyes. And number 1, we still got the Texas Longhorns. So that first round game is going to be Boise State. 12 Boise State at number 5 Georgia. Is that a blowout?
That's a go ahead, Parlay Poe.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, we really got to see what Georgia is doing because we got to think Boise State runs the football. That's the key in that game. And if you asking me right now, the way Boise State looking, they running the ball good is just will they passing game step up? And is that game, where would that game be played at? If that game is played in Georgia, that'll be a tough billing for Boise State. So I would take Georgia, but it'll be, whose rushing defense shows up that game because Boise State can knock them off. They've knocked Oklahoma off in a big game before back years ago in Georgia. They would love to do that, I'm sure, for history. But I got Georgia taking this one.
Yeah,
and that's what Georgia key on. Georgia say you're not running the ball on them. That's what Georgia say. You ain't running the ball on them. So their run defense versus Boise's run offense. But actually, I watched Boise play. They got 2 running backs.
Yeah,
yeah, they got 2 nice running backs. So I think Georgia win because Georgia will wind them down like we talking about the linemen.
right.
You know what I mean? Georgia get them. Second half, it get ugly, but they'll put up a fight in the first quarter, but second half, it'll get ugly. So I got Georgia.
Yeah, I totally agree with that as well. The second half is when it's going to get ugly. Them guys in the trenches is going to wear Boise State down because they're not going to be able to sustain that like they would in the first half. In the second half, they're not going to be able to sustain that, and Georgia will wear them down and go ahead and get that victory. Next, we're going to have up number 11, number 11, Missouri at number 6, Alabama.
SEC matchup, huh?
Yeah.
I'm taking Bama.
I'm rolling with Bama. Bama just, I don't know. They just a different team to me. I think they're a team to definitely watch this year because, they just rolling right now. And with everything going on, they definitely a scary team in that SEC.
Missouri done had too many close games to think they're going to compete with Alabama, man. They've shown that they got some times where they just falling asleep, I guess. I don't know. But as talented as they're supposed to be,
Out of it.
Alabama's not taking no breaks, bro. They come in full throttle because they trying to get back to prominence again. They ain't won a national championship in a couple of years. So they trying to get back to prominence, and they're trying to show that Georgia ain't it, that they are. And I don't think they're going to let Missouri get they ain't going to get nothing coming. And I don't think they're going to be able to stop Milroe. Milroe's athleticism and his ability to hold linebackers and safeties, he's going to be able to throw the ball over their head because he's a deep ball specialist, man. That's the thing he likes to throw the most is that deep ball.
Right.
So I definitely got Alabama winning that game against Missouri. Next up, we got number 10 Penn State at number 7 Tennessee. This is a change up from last week. We got Big Ten against SEC. What's your thoughts on that?
See, this a quarterback game. This what quarterback would show up, because we know Penn State's quarterback have potential, but if you keep touching him, he will shut down. He will shut down. But I like Penn State's quarterback. I like Penn, and then Tennessee's quarterback. He can get butterfingers sometimes. He can get butterfingers. He could be loose with that ball, but he got a cannon, and he know how to play too. They young, man. You know what? Tennessee young. They might be nice for the next couple of years. So I'm gonna actually take Tennessee on this one.
I agree. I'm the same way. If you ask him which quarterback I think will prove itself, like you said, that pressure. Tennessee will put that pressure on that quarterback, I'm sure. And the weapons that Tennessee have at receiver, I think they'll get loose with them being tall on Penn State secondary, even though Penn State do have some nice corners. I just think that Tennessee will be able to spread that ball out and get that win for sure against Penn State.
Yeah, I agree with y'all as well. I think that Tennessee will have too much talent for and speed for Penn State, even though it's going to be a really good game for 3 quarters. But I think Tennessee will pull away. Only like you said, Poe, but that Tennessee quarterback, he'd be loose with that ball, man. And that's a game where if he loose with it, they can easily get beat because Penn State ain't going to go nowhere. They're going to be right there with them physically throughout the whole entire game.
And would that game be played where?
It'll be in Tennessee. It'll be a home game for Tennessee.
That home field advantage.
Yeah, home field advantage. Rocky Talk will be jumping, won't it?
Oh my God.
Jumping.
They ain't had nothing to celebrate for a while, right?
They wouldn't let Penn State get no tickets. They would have like 10 tickets to give away.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna give you these bleacher nosebleed seats, but that's it.
That's it.
And you only get 10 of them.
No.
All right, next up we got a 8-9 matchup. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. An 8-9 matchup. 9 Oregon at number 8 Ole Miss. Another Big Ten SEC matchup. What's your thoughts on that one?
Damn. Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a pick 'em, man.
Yeah,
that's a pick 'em because I'm still not convinced that I'm seeing the Oregon everybody said that was going to win the Big Ten. I'm not seeing that Oregon right now. I'm not seeing them. I'm talking about they fast and all that. Both teams fast, but I'm not seeing that Oregon. And like on the back end, Ole Miss, like late in the game, they can get shaky too. You know, they can get shaky too late in that game. So I will pick. That's a pick 'em for me. 8-9. That's a pick 'em.
Yeah, that's a pick 'em.
I can't even pick 'em, but I would. The over and under be high though. That over be high.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like
definitely.
Because I ain't impressed with both of the defenses. Not at all.
No, I agree. It's like a pick 'em. You got a shootout. You know, you got 2 quarterbacks that really they've proven themselves in ways, but I don't think enough to where you sit back and you say you're gonna take this quarterback over that quarterback. Like you said, with the defenses as well. That's tough. Man, and then Ole Miss, they really haven't been battle tested this year.
Yeah.
Only reason I would take Oregon if this is the play. Just looking at this is just because Oregon's been battle tested. I would take them in a pick 'em because of the way they've been battle tested in the Big Ten, going up against a team like Ohio State, being tested against Boise State. Games like that, I think, where Ole Miss won't have a caliber team that they play like Ohio State this season on their schedule. I think that would be the difference just for me.
I'm only taking Ole Miss because it's at home. Ole Miss got the home game. That's the only reason why I'm picking them. Because I know, like you said earlier, bro, Ole Miss ain't giving Oregon no whole bunch of tickets.
Nuh-uh.
They're not giving them no whole bunch of tickets. This is a home game for us, not a home game for you, and it ain't split down the middle, none of that. You're going to get these 1,000 tickets, and that's all you're going to get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, unless you bring some dudes in, they're going to have to get some scalp tickets for $1,000 a pop. They're not letting them get a whole bunch of tickets, and they're the home team. So that's the only reason why I'm going to pick Ole Miss. So now we got the advancement. So we got number 5 Georgia at Utah. We're playing against Utah, and it'll probably be out there in the Fiesta Bowl. What y'all think about that one?
Ooh-wee. Will Georgia be able to stop the run and stop the pass and attack of Utah? Would be a question to be heard. It's just, I don't know. Georgia really, it's too many questions to be answered with Georgia for me personally. They just don't look like the same Georgia team of the last few years. I know they're in the top, but I think today's game going to really show me if Georgia even deserves to be if they're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take Utah in the upset. I'm going to take Utah in the upset. I'm going to take Utah in the upset, and enough said about that.
Hey, that's a heck of a pick. But
They might not be there.
Listen, with them Georgia Bulldogs, listen. So they ain't this the only game. This the only game that they probably try to. If Cam ain't playing, it won't even be a game. I'm telling you that right now. If Utah's quarterback ain't playing, if he get hurt somehow, it won't be a game.
And that's
it's all on the health of him. Because
right.
with Utah playing with that quarterback they have now, he's nothing like dude though. I seen him play. He's nothing like dude.
Nah.
Yeah, he can play, but he's nothing like he don't run like dude or nothing.
Yeah.
So I would take Bam in the blowout. I think it'd be a blowout.
Yeah, I'm taking Georgia in the blowout too.
Georgia with the blowout, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Utah got enough offense, man, to even make it interesting myself, just because they don't have enough offense. Now, defensively, physically, they're going to be right in there. But they don't have enough talent on the outside, enough speed to be able to compete with Georgia. And they can't score enough points, man. They only scored, 20 points, 20-some points against Oklahoma State.
Right.
Georgia gonna hold them in the teens, so I can't see them beating Georgia. So I got Georgia advancing there. Poe got Georgia advancing there. So we're gonna let Georgia advance, Mossberg.
Oh no, you good.
All right, next up, we got number 6 Alabama versus Miami, and it's probably gonna be in the Peach Bowl. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm going Bama. I'm going Bama. After last night, if Virginia Tech could go into Miami and put that much of a scare to it's down to the last play, and they review that play for 5 to 10 minutes, I think Miami's in some trouble. I think Miami is in some serious trouble with the way they performed last night. And if you ask me if Bama going to beat Miami at this point in the season in the playoff, I'm taking Bama.
Yeah, you know what? The little I've seen, I ain't seen Miami's back end to be that good to stop Bama. Because I was seeing these dudes was passing on them. Yeah. After he got out the pocket, he was passing on them. So I was like, and he said him and Cam work out in all season. So
cousins.
I was like, I was looking at dude. I'm like, he was finding his people. Finding his people. So on the back end, I don't think Miami that tough. Either is Alabama. Alabama ain't that tough on the back end. They stout up front. So if Cam have a better game, and they have a better game plan, will let him go downfield if he have time, it'd be a good game. But he had to go downfield. He couldn't do no little short passes on Alabama because they too fast for that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The key you said,
Yeah.
if you got time, because I've been watching Alabama. They got a couple ends lately, man. I've been watching them week by week. They show up today. I think we're gonna see a couple names out there on that front end for Alabama today. I've been watching their defensive line, and I think that's where I think Alabama put a lot of teams in trouble, is the way their defensive front is, because they get after that football and they try to get after that quarterback.
Yeah, like Parlay Poe mentioned about Alabama's secondary, they're not as solid as they've been in the past.
Right.
And I know they're probably hoping that after playing 12, 13 games that these guys will be a lot better. But you're facing probably the best quarterback in the country in Cam Ward, man. And if he, like Poe said, if he can throw the ball over the top of their head, they got a chance, because Alabama going to try to run it down their throat and try to keep that ball and let Milroe, make plays here and there with his arm, but make a whole lot of plays with his legs. And as you see, that quarterback for Virginia Tech was able to run a lot too, man, and move those chains.
Yeah.
And so, now you got Milroe doing that. That might be a touchdown, bro. That dude is fast, man.
Fast.
He a running back that can throw.
He a running back that can throw. I think I'm going with Alabama in this game, man. I think they just have maybe a little bit too much physicality for
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, next up, we got number 7 Tennessee versus the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Man.
You want some of that one, Poe?
Man. I would want to see that game just on paper. Because that's at a bowl site though, right?
Yeah, it's at both sides. That game would probably be I don't know where they would. No, probably the Rose Bowl. Yeah.
Well, as far as physical, I know, like I said, until the fourth quarter, you know what I mean? Them big uglies for Ohio State, you know what I mean? They'll wind down if Ohio State can get their running game popping all through the game and don't rely on the quarterback's arm so much. Ohio State will take that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I think
Ohio State if they don't have to rely on number 18, if they don't have to rely on him, the Ohio State can run the ball, possession the ball, because they get to Tennessee's quarterback. They definitely get to him. So I say Ohio State.
Yeah, I agree. Same thing. I think they just so many weapons, and then when you're talking about the line and things like that, I think they do rotate enough players to put that constant pounding on them. And like you said, once you get to that fourth quarter, it's just a different game. And if they run that ball, I mean, you got two backs that you could just get a ball to any down and start things. And then the offense, you got weapons. And if they give Will Howard enough time, they can put up some numbers. Because Tennessee's secondary, I don't think is proven enough. I haven't really watched a secondary this year, keyed in on them. But against Ohio State's attack that they have, I don't think their secondary will be able to keep up with them.
Oklahoma has a really good defense, and they were able to slow Tennessee down to 25 points. And Ohio State's defense is a lot better than Oklahoma's defense. So I think they'll be able to keep Tennessee from scoring a lot of points. And then on the other side of the ball, if they can run it like they've been running it here lately, because you're right, Paul, they cannot put it in Will Howard's arms or hands. They can't do that. Because if they ever have to play any game where they got to depend on Will Howard to get that win for them, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
They're going to be in trouble. I don't care how much experience he got, he ain't elite. So they will be in trouble if they have to rely on him to win a game for them. So they better hope it don't come to that. But I do got Ohio State beating Tennessee in this game. Next up, we got number 5, Georgia at number 1, Texas. I'm gonna go first on this one, man. I'm gonna go ahead and be a homer and pick Texas to win it, but it's really gonna depend on how this game go in a couple of weeks. If we're able to take advantage of some things in that game against Georgia, then I know we'll be able to do it in the playoffs. But we might end up meeting them 3 times, man. Regular season, SEC championship, and then in the playoffs. I hope not, but I think Texas got enough to beat them if they can stay healthy. Right now, Texas is kind of banged up too, and they got to get Quinn Ewers back, and they got to get that running back room together. They down really to 3 scholarship running backs, man, and their guys just way down on the depth chart. So if they can stay healthy, I think they can get Georgia.
Same thing I'm looking at with Texas. As long as Texas stay healthy, I think those running backs, the quarterback system they have and how they've been built, and it's like having Ewers out and as he's getting healthy is a good thing.
Oh, you know what? Wait, I'm gonna mess that up, man. That should have been Texas versus the winner of man, where that thing at?
The Utah, Georgia. It was Georgia.
No, this should have been the winner of. Oh, here it go. Oh, my bad, y'all. My bad, fans. It should have been the winner of the Oregon Ole Miss game versus Texas. I think Texas can beat either one of them.
The winner of what?
Ole Miss.
Whoever win between Oregon and Ole Miss, because we didn't know who would win that game. It was a pick 'em. So whoever wins that game, do y'all think they can beat Texas?
Yeah, you trying to make that game harder on y'all.
Nah, Texas healthy. I take Texas with what they have right now beating Oregon. I just think Texas dominates that game up front. Texas, even Ole Miss, I just think Texas dominates the game. The offensive side, the offensive line, the defensive line. And another team like Bama, experience without your QB, I think gives you a different momentum and seeing the abilities that you have as a team, offensively and defensively, because the defense is used to Quinn Ewers playing offensively. So when you switch it up and you dealing with Arch Manning, on the defensive side, you're looking at ways to combat and help that offense. So I think they're just a well-oiled machine, and as long as they can be healthy, I think they're a team to beat as well.
Yeah. The physicality of that game is going to be straight Texas. It's going to be more running with Manning than it is going with Ewers. They're going to let, like Ewers, he'll open it up, but if Manning quarterback in that game, it'd be a lot more runs. It ain't going to be all them deep throws like it have been, but I still think Texas will win. But with Ewers, it wouldn't be no problem. With Manning, it'd be a little closer.
Yeah. If it was to be Oregon and Texas, and Oregon got to travel all the way back to the East Coast because the game.
I can't really hear you.
I said if they had to travel if it was Oregon that won that game and they had to travel from Eugene all the way back to Louisiana to play in the Sugar Bowl, because that's probably the bowl Texas is going to pick because it's closer to them.
Right.
Then it might be a little bit different because I think they could probably beat up on Oregon at that point. But Ole Miss is real close because Mississippi is right there by Louisiana. So it won't be a long travel for either one of those teams, Texas or Ole Miss. But I think Texas can beat either one of them. I think the physicality of that game would be too much. And if Ewers is playing and we healthy, I don't think neither one of them got a chance.
Nah.
All right, next up, we got number 6 Alabama at number 2 Ohio State.
Yeah, God. Yeah, that.
Woo! Banger. And if I'm not mistaken, Alabama actually 0-1.
Yeah,
I know last playoff
bro.
we had Miami against Alabama. I had Miami beating Alabama. But this time around, I have Bama beating Miami on the soul of last night's performance that Miami got exposed to, and Bama being a much better team at this point in the season. This is a tough game for me to choose and to pick on. It's like, I feel like this is like a pick 'em for me personally, like the Ole Miss and Oregon, because I mean, Bama, Ohio State, history says what it say, but these teams both, if you put it in a quarterback's hands, I'm going to take Milroe over Howard. That's one thing for sure. But the difference to me in the game, I think, would most likely, of course, be in the trenches. So this is a tough pick for me. I gotta go with a pick 'em on this. It's tough. I wanna take OSU, but it's like a pick 'em because I know Bama they're a tough team, and man, that's just tough. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna go OSU with this one. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna go OSU with this one. I'm gonna just go home
Alabama.
and I'm gonna go OSU with this one.
Alabama.
Is that because you're a Michigan fan, Poe, or are you just taking Alabama?
Nah, I don't think it'd be close.
I like that pick though, man. I
don't think it'd be close, man. Look,
I'm gonna leave it at a pick.
With dude running the ball, OSU linebackers ain't that good, bro.
There it is, right there. There it is, right there.
Yeah, their linebackers ain't that good. With dude running that ball with a fullback or running back or H-back in front of him, come on, man. They can see how much yards that play get. They gonna do that. They can do that all the time with them. 3rd and 5, quarterback draw. Send that fullback to get that linebacker. Now he 1-on-1 with the safety.
It's over with.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Give me Bama. I'm gonna leave it alone. Give me Bama. I ain't worried about what the Buckeye fans got to say. We live. It don't matter. We taking Bama because Bama do owe y'all one. I'm a Florida State fan. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Ohio State, but we on a sports show. Bama get the win,
Yeah.
just like you just said it.
I'm going Bama. OSU's linebackers is not that good, and I don't like their safety. I don't like that. Caleb Downs decent, but the other dude is not good, man. I'm trying to tell you.
And then that's my boy, that freshman Williams. I think, to even speak about him, I just like what I see in that kid, man. I don't know. He's to me just a different breed of what you're seeing in a wide receiver. He actually just do everything that you ask for. You don't see nothing out of him but just going out there shooting up, game face, and he's just ready to play. And nobody's really talked about him much. It's just been all Smith and everybody else when it comes to freshmen. They really haven't said much about Williams. So I'm gonna stay on my Williams train and I'm gonna take Bama with you.
Well, and it's way too early. 12-team playoff. If Alabama wins, it will end up being an all SEC championship game.
Yeah.
And to me, it boils down to this. What you picking? Milroe against Ohio State's linebackers or Will Howard against the defensive backs for Alabama? Which one you picking?
I'm taking Milroe on the linebacker.
Okay, Milroe against them linebackers. Man, he going to expose them. And the minute you start bringing them safeties up, he going to throw the ball over your head.
Yeah.
So I'm picking Alabama too. Because I think Alabama will give them fits that they ain't ready for.
Right.
So next up, we got number 5, Georgia at number 1, Texas. I already gave my spiel on that way too early, but I'm picking Texas in that game.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree the same way.
I
Long as
agree.
Texas is healthy, man.
Texas, I'm gonna say Texas with yours.
Yeah, Texas
Texas
with
with
you.
Texas with
Yeah.
yours, because Texas with Manning, I ain't trusting. I ain't doing that. Everybody said Manning good, whatever, but he ain't seen this level yet.
He ain't
Yeah.
seen this.
It's good to be prepped by the Mannings and everything, but when you're on that field, it's a whole different story. You know what I mean? Like
I got it the
it's a
same way as you said it. Ewers make the difference for Texas for sure. I think you having him there, that experience, and then this would be just another showdown for him. You know, this like backyard football to him at this point because he done played so many big games as it is already. So
yeah.
he out there, he ready for it.
Yeah, he seen the stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He seen the blitzes coming. He seen that. Man, he ain't seen that disguise yet. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like he ain't seen that. He's still young. You can see it on tape, bruh. You can see it on tape. That the managers can show you a whole bunch. Oh, he coming from here. He coming from here. But if that disguise dude, that linebacker, just sitting there, you just think he ready for the run and he take off. Come on, man, that's different. Because you looking over here, that linebacker coming up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That blitz through the middle is always different. You can see the one coming in because he gonna come off that receiver or whatever. But that coming up the middle blitz, if the dude fast can get there, that's a different blitz.
Yeah. I mean, you saw it last week against Louisiana Monroe. That I mean, he barely completed 50% of his passes. I think he was 15 for 29.
Yeah,
No, he threw way too many long balls, which shows that experience matters. You got to
Right.
get some experience under your belt before you can really crown a dude as being great. He's probably going to be great, but he ain't great right now.
right.
Right.
He's gonna have to get some experience under his belt, and we see that with all quarterbacks, man. You gotta get some games up under your belt. I think they say that a good college quarterback got to play at least 25 starts before you know he can be solid in the NFL. If a guy ain't got 25 starts in college, man, seeing all those different formations, blitzes, coverages, and he
Yeah.
ain't really ready for the NFL yet. That's why
Right.
you see guys that get drafted after 1 year of starting, they don't do good. Your
Right.
Trubisky's and guys like that, they don't do good in the NFL. Because they ain't seen enough football, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock this door, Peter.
All right, so we got number 6,
Good.
Alabama. I spelled that
Hello?
wrong.
Oh,
Number 6, Alabama versus number 1, Texas in the national championship game.
Where the
Man,
national championship played at?
this year, I don't know.
Then I think I don't know. Long as and see, this is the thing with Ewers in Texas. I think it's a good thing that he's been out because I feel like Texas has what it takes to keep moving along and getting these wins to prepare them for Ewers versus a possible Ewers Bama part 2. You know what I mean? That's what it's. If we looking at it how we looking at it, that's what it is. So I think him getting healthy, I think makes a ton of a difference. And then if you think about it, we ask ourselves the question: Milrow versus Texas linebackers, Ewers versus Bama secondary. I'm gonna take Ewers over that secondary all day because of the weapons he have, and he also has a tight end that he throws the ball to, along with that running game being healthy. You know, I think Texas is just a complete team. As long as Texas is healthy, I think they're one of the most complete teams that we have in college football this year, across the board, offensively and defensively. And they seem to get better at different points in the game, and that stretch leads to the end of the game, I've noticed. So I don't know. I just love that Texas team and what they do and how they prepare as well. And just coming into the season with the injuries they have and to be where they at. You know, you can't go against them right now.
I think that. Go ahead, please.
This could be the second matchup or the third matchup.
This could possibly be the second matchup because they could beat in the SEC championship game.
Yep.
Right. So I'm gonna give the I can't even give no favorites on that because style make fights. Like you said, what they didn't see in the first game, they can see in the second game. And you know how coaches is, if they see something and it was working, some of them will go away from it. You know what I mean? Instead of like I'm gonna run this like I did last time, but they have to stop it. And some coaches wouldn't even do that. You know, like so I'm gonna I like Melrose and I like yours. So I'm gonna get Texas the national championship. I'm gonna go with Texas. I think Sark know how to figure people out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if they're playing them twice. You know,
Yeah, good coach.
if they playing them twice, I know he know how to figure them out.
That was my sentiment as well, Paul. Sarkisian having another chance to look at you, he gonna figure some things out, man, and he gonna come out there with some stuff. And then when you look at Texas's wide receivers against Alabama's defensive backs who are really young, he gonna take them to school, man.
Yeah, he gonna do all that. He gonna put them in motion. He gonna do, you know what I mean? He gonna do all that. Yeah, he gonna do all that.
Just a guru, and I think that experience in that conference definitely helps him so much. Just preparation and to get that program, like you can't ask for it to be with a better person that knows how to dial up movement, just the play selection. He knows what he's doing. Definitely.
Yeah.
I seen a little bit of it, which was crazy. It seemed like he went into a whole different playbook for a drive in that Michigan game, which was crazy. And I was just like, hold on, I've never seen this out of Texas. And when you able to do stuff like that, people don't see. I think that shows a lot of your coach's skill. And like you said, having a shot and being able to go for film to look at you twice, I think that's a difference maker for sure.
Yeah. Anytime you get chance to prepare for somebody, like, you know what I mean? Trust me, he done looked at their bad plays. He done seen all that.
Yep.
Yeah. But I think if Michigan and Texas play like week 12, it will be different. Texas might still win, but at that point, Michigan would have already figured out offensively what they want to do. And they would stick to it. That game was early in the season. You really couldn't, and Texas have been preparing for Michigan since the springtime.
Right.
Michigan, you couldn't do that because you don't know who your quarterback going to be. You ain't got to do this already solidified. You don't know what's going to happen. You really couldn't prepare for Texas like Texas could prepare for Michigan. And I think it will be a different game. I don't think that we would score 30 points for sure.
Yeah, because I'm talking about they missed some things. We still got a lot of stuff to iron out on defense, man. A lot of stuff to iron out on defense. Because he still got some dudes. Thank you. He still got dudes. We talking about the what's the name? The Texas game. Yeah. Yeah, they still got some iron out some stuff on defense, man. With these safeties. Dude thought I was talking about the Bengals. I'm still a fan down here in Cincy. You know what I mean? Damn Bengals.
I was looking at y'all schedule, Poe. Y'all got Minnesota today. Y'all at Washington, at Illinois. Y'all at home against Michigan State and Oregon. And then, of course, y'all got that game in November here. What do you think? What are your thoughts about y'all's schedule? This back nine of y'all's schedule.
Yeah, man. I'm saying with with the unknown, like how we gonna play. I know that Washington game, that's gonna be crazy for us. That's what I'm thinking. And that Illinois. Both of them games gonna be crazy, man. Like they gotta come with it. You know what I mean? We gotta have by them two games, we really gotta have our identity, man. We gotta solidify who we gonna be. You know what I mean? Like because we can't go in there and still, you know what I mean, fourth and 3, we running the ball, you know what I mean, to win the game. We can't do that, man. Hey, they gonna stack that line. I don't know why USC ain't stacked that line, man. They knew he was running. What else was he gonna do?
Right. So do you think some teams in the Big Ten, some of the top teams like Ohio State that don't play Illinois? Because I've been looking at this Illinois team. I think they're gonna give people some tough tests. Like I'm looking at Ohio State schedule after looking at your schedule. Is there a possibility that somebody in the Big Ten will have a loss and still be going for the conference championship out of these top teams in Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, Illinois? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll happen. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a one-loss team in there. You know what I mean? Like, but you know what I think it is? Like, when I'm thinking, like Oregon, if Oregon don't come with their head right, everybody pick them. I don't think they're gonna make it to the conference championship because like it's that fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Money on the wood. Big Ten team gonna run the ball on them. You know what I mean? Like
You're right.
Yeah, they're gonna run the ball on them. Money on the wood. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm saying. I really got to see them play a Big Ten team for me to see what's going on with Oregon.
Yeah, and it can't be Northwestern. You know what I'm saying? It got to be a real Big Ten team.
Yeah, a real Big Ten team. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like a real Big Ten team. I'm like that, like that will run the ball. You know what I mean? Like you think you passing on this down? Nah, they run it. That's the Big Ten team I'd like to see.
Yeah, it can be 2nd and 8, and they still gonna run the ball on you.
Yeah, you know, man, like.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, I know we getting ready for college game day and all that good stuff, man. I'm glad y'all was able to jump on this morning, man. I appreciate y'all.
Always, no problem.
For sure.
Check out.
Hey, if you see if you can after this if everybody's still up after this Georgia game, see if everybody's still up and want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to stay up because that's that 7:30 game, right? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Is if everybody's still up about like 10 o'clock or whatever, you know what I mean, want to talk about it, slide a link because I'll be back at the Airbnb by then, posted up.
Okay, cool. I can do that. And Mossberg, make you about 4 or 5 more pots of coffee, bro.
I got you. Look, I'm waiting because I gotta go get me some more right now. Look, I'm empty, so I gotta go get me some more now. So I'll definitely be on that 10 o'clock of the night.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll set it
All
up.
right.
Okay.
All right. Peace.
All right, this on y'all.
Peace.
All right.
You know.
Yeah, go.